Now, what's really important to me is um, trying to understand, what is healing? How do you move forward? Um, this is why I drink out of these water bottles, because it helps my intentions for each day. I know that what my kids ultimately need is two parents that are more examples for their children. So while there's some challenges going on and I've had some time to heal, I do want to set the example of getting back to work, being productive. Same with my ex-husband. He needs to be the father to teach his children what a good father looks like. And we shouldn't be parents that our children need to worry about. So this is why, for me, I think it helps. Instead, like, I could be really, really pissed off that the nerve of my ex's now ex-wife being able to collect child support and spousal support when she did everything in her power for 10 years to make sure I didn't get any, and I'm definitely owed it. Like, I could go nuts over that one, but I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. It will give me something to talk about, because I personally think this is wrong within our economic systems, because this is causing, like, my pain, my hell is over, but this is a well-oiled machine. There's going to be another family out there that's going to experience the same bullshit that I am dealing with. There's going to be more kids that are going to have this experience, but worse, because these types of problems don't tend to work themselves out. They tend to increase. So we can see our society a hell of a lot worse in 30, 40 years from now. By the time my kids have kids, life will be a hell of a lot worse than what we have today. So um, I don't think that me focusing on the challenges that I've experienced all my life is going to be a healthy thing for me. Um, that will lead to depression, that will lead to mental illness. I will be guilty of everything everybody accuses me of. Um, I've always stated that you would act the same way if this happened to you. Um, so I'm trying to act as normal as possible and as strong as possible and with as much intention, positive intention as possible. So this water concept for me helps me to stay on track by overcoming my problems. First, recognizing what my problems are, because every time I drink out of these, it reminds me no complaints and no excuses. So as soon as I make a complaint or an excuse, then I know that it's something that I need to work on. And setting up goals, dreams, that's part of it. Is have a wish for yourself. What do you wish for? And I wish right now to get myself in physical shape. And I know that for some reason my body is not following. My mind wants to work out, my body doesn't follow through. My mind is trying to talk myself out of working out, so my body is following through with this voice that's stronger that says don't work out, and yet I know I have to. So I've got some insanity, some problem going on with myself that I wouldn't have noticed if I don't drink out of this water. It's constantly keeping me in check, The biggest thing is to have a dream for yourself. Make 3 wishes, and um, if those 3 wishes can't be granted, you got a problem. And work through your problems, this holodynamic process, but always feel the intentions um, that are on these bottles. And this is advice that I would offer my ex-husband right now, that it is magical that when you can turn the whole world off and just meditate on these intentions, feel what it feels like to have these intentions. And that's why I'm not going to be making too many videos, is because I got a problem that I'm working on for myself. I'm talking about some of the shit that's going on with me, but I'm also sharing some information um, in hopes that might help my ex-husband, who probably won't ever talk to me, but maybe it'll help somebody else out in the process. That I am not concerned with my ex-husband or with anybody else on the planet. I have to be concerned with me. So anybody else's issues, it's your own issues. But this is what I'm working on, is I've made a wish for myself. Make a wish for yourself. I'm intentionally focusing more medically on these bottles now. I drink from them every day, but I'm going to intensify it by spending as much time of the day really feeling what it feels like, sort of like on a meditated level, that every time I have a drink, I'm really, really, really going to push myself to think about the intentions. I've got a workout plan for myself that I'm going to check to keep myself um, having a good routine for yourself, knowing what your routine should be and setting yourself up with it is a way of coming out of it. And listen to yourself. Mine is Tai Chi, mine's yoga, my, yours has to be your own plan. Listen to your own plan to make your own dream come true. But for me, this is my plan. And I am falling short on my goal, but it's the willingness to fail. I've failed a million times, but I also have been successful at a lot of shit. And a lot success means is, for a fact that despite the failures that you're going to get, as long as you continue on it, eventually you will gain the success that you're looking for. So I at least know without a doubt that even though I'm failing at my progress so far, if I keep on it and keep focused on it, eventually I will become so addicted to the routine I want to create, just like I'm addicted to the smoking, which that's part of everything that I'm doing, is quitting smoking as well. Um, so I'm overcoming a lot of things right now. I'm overcoming a lot of chaos right now. And it's going to require a lot of my focus right now. My ex is in the same boat. He's probably really depressed that he's lost his girlfriend, but if he pictured himself with somebody that really valued him, he's got to value himself. What does your life look like when you are valuing yourself? I know the types of women that are out there that are quality women value a man that respects his children. So my advice to my ex-husband is, start really valuing your children, and you will attract a perfect mate for yourself. Just sort of let go of trying so hard, and you've got all of the skills to make everything work, but you gotta love yourself before you can expect somebody else to love you. And I know that in my world it feels really bleak, and how can I, heal myself when the rest of the world is so friggin' screwed up? But sitting around complaining about all of the problems in the world is not going to fix anything. Um, so I totally disagree with anybody's bleak um, predictions of the future. I personally believe that there are solutions to every problem. This problem with Japan, it's a matter of how fast we want to wake up, how fast that we want to jump into valuing ourselves. And this problem that I'm experiencing with myself, the whole planet is in the same boat. None of us are valuing ourselves. None of us are valuing each other. And this is what it looks like. You don't value your planet. You don't value your air. You don't value the water, your food. As long as we have zero value for anything except for the almighty dollar, then um, the future is bleak. But um, there's a lot of jobs that need to be filled right now that we don't know how to value ourselves. So there's a lot of potential out there for anybody that's really, really good at teaching people how to value yourself. Not with money, not these motivational speakers that are going to say, hey, you're worth something, make a lot of money. This is how to make a lot of money. Those motivational speakers that are always focused on money and career, you're not valuing life. Um, we need new forms of motivational speakers. We need new forms of doctors, new get out of this medical system. I am very, very concerned about our Canadian election. There's in this area, there's a lot of retired people. The Liberal Party, and the issue in this area will be medical, and they want more doctors, more medical, uh, traditional medicine in here, and nobody is recognizing that it's a pharmaceutical, educated medical system. They all are agreeing it's a corporation, and it's a corporation that is making a lot of money off of baby boomers dying. Take a look. I mean, I just had some wild thoughts of just even going to this one building where there it is, I think, independent living for retired people. And if I went into that building, I bet you any money there's probably $500,000 a month in medication from one of those buildings. So it's like that's what I would recommend any people that are elderly right now. How much medication are you on? If first of all, a lot of this is tax paid money. So a lot of Canadian taxpayers, your money is going into a medical system that is funding medication to people that are older, people that are on a disability. Our medication is paid for. It's paid for through the taxpayers. So who's getting rich from it? The pharmaceutical world. And some people that are elderly are on sleeping pills. What the hell do we need sleeping pills for? There are healthier Tai Chi, exercise. A lot of older people do not exercise. A lot of older people do not have any motivation to be productive, to have a meaning in society. And yet, people like me that are on a disability, would love to interact. They could help me and support me get back into the system by helping them get it, off of all of their medication. There's job potential for me, but people that are aging can't love their medication so much because you're addicted to your crack too. And your politicians want you to vote for them by them offering you more crack. Which, they're addicted to their crack, their money. The CEO's crack is their money. The way they're getting their money is by selling you crack. You're older, They're going to come up with a million illnesses that here's a pill instead of solving the problem. And a lot of my physical health issues were solved by better healing that was cheap. I couldn't afford a dime. I had to do everything free. So it is possible. There's lots of potential. Peace out.